This is fine.
We're ready, Chief.
You ready? Good. All right, good. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming back for a second time. I just want to kind of update you up with a few things, clarify a few things, and then take any questions after the fact. Again, I'm Chief Madry, Chief of Department. I'm here with Chief Kemper, Chief of Transit, and Commissioner Daughtry, Chief of Staff to the Chief of Department. Again, earlier today, as I said, about 12:30, 12:45, we became aware, our entertainment unit and our intelligence division became aware of this post submitted by an influencer saying that he was going to be here today and he was going to give away some gaming systems and some other prizes. We were aware of that. The local precinct sent a few police officers out here. Manhattan South Patrol Bureau sent some leadership out here. It was about 300 people around 1:30, not a big crowd, something we would expect for a social media event like this. But this event grew exponentially, rapidly, fast. And again, this is the power of social media. The power of social media. There were thousands of young people here at this event. This wasn't a permitted event. It wasn't a sanctioned event. As the crowd grew, our response grew. We called the level 1 mobilization, a level 1 mobilization. When the crowd got bigger, we called the level 2 mobilization. As the kids started becoming more and more unruly and disorderly, we called the level 4, a level 4 mobilization. All right? So again, we continue to make sure our response grew as the crowd grew. All right? A lot of these young people, they were not following our orders. They really wanted to see this influencer, and it got to the point we were able to get the influencer out, and at that point we were trying to take control of the scene. The young people out here, all right, and this is one of the first things we recognized, the leadership, when we all got together, that this is a group of young people, and we had to be very, very delicate in how we handled this, all right? We wanted the kids to just comply with us and leave, but we were met with a lot of resistance. We were attacked. My older brother just called and told me he saw a video of me getting hit in the head with an object. It was a very tough situation out here, and I really have to commend the women and men of this department, the level of restraint that they showed in addressing these young people, getting this place cleared out. But, you know, when it was time for us to make arrests, we made arrests, and I think we were very professional in how we did this. So this is the greatest department in the world, all right? And a big salute from me to all my men and women of this department. Parents, and I have to commend, there were some parents who came out here. There were parents who called. There were parents who came to us and said, I believe my child's in there. I want to get my child out of there. But I had thousands of kids out there. I needed thousands of parents out there, all right? We don't want to do this. We want our young people to come out and gather and have fun. But when it gets to the point where they're disorderly, we want the parents to come and take control and let us take a step back, all right? Young people destroyed our vehicles. My car's destroyed. Commissioner Daughtry's car's destroyed. Other police vehicles are destroyed. They destroyed food carts. They destroyed stores. When we started clearing the young people out here, young people ran through the streets of this city, taking plates off people who are outside dining, throwing their plates at police officers, all right? After I spoke to you the first time earlier, a 17-year-old but a 17-year-old was at Bellevue, and we believe the 17-year-old was shot at first, but we come to find out it was from fireworks. But when you have M80s and heavy-duty explosives being thrown around a crowd of thousands of people, you're talking about a very dangerous and chaotic situation, all right? We can't let this happen here. We can't let this happen with our young people. So again, I have to implore the parents, all right? I have to implore the parents that we need your help with this. And again, I got to commend the men and women of the NYPD with their restraint.
All right, we're going to take a couple of questions. We'll go left to right.
Victoria, man.
How many arrests?
65 arrests, 30 of them are juveniles.
All right. Allie Bauman.
How were officers able to get the crowd to disperse in the end when they were walking Avenue?
Well, I think one of the biggest things is once we took the influencer out, once we got the influencer out of here, then the young people, the reason they came down here, the reason they all descended upon Union Square was gone. So I think at that point, the young people were mulling around. It took us some time to push them out. Some were arrested for a variety of different charges, but a lot of patience by the men and women of this department.
All right, Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11.
Chief, are you going to charge Kai Cenat?
Yes, the influencer is charged. He's going to be charged with multiple counts, at least 2 counts of inciting a riot, unlawful assembly, and a few other charges.
Holly Hare, 1010 wins.
As your officers were taking him out to get out, because I guess it was chaotic, people like swarming him, did he say anything, or was there any sort of impression that people got? Was he thankful to get out of there? Was he expecting it to be this chaotic? Was there any sort of characterization you could give?
That I can't give. I can't speak for the influencer. We were able to get him and security team out of here, and I think once we got him out of here, it started to help quell the crowd.
All right, Teresa, Fox 5.
Chief, the city sees demonstrations and riots all the time. What was so unique about this one that it devolved so quickly?
The power of social media, and I spoke about it earlier. The power of social media, the danger of social media. We went from 300 kids to a couple of thousand kids in minutes. We have to be responsible when we use this tool. All right, again, it's a great thing. We want our young people to enjoy their lives. This is what it's all about. All right, we were all there at one time in our lives, but it can't be a situation where it's dangerous. All right, and the young people, when you come to an event like this, come and have a good time. But when it's time to leave, it doesn't mean it's time for you to go out and destroy things. What we saw here today, we do not want our young people to destroy things.
All right, we got time for 1 or 2 more questions. Steve, New York Post.
Was anyone shot at all during this?
No, initially we got reports of that a person was shot. Hospital staff confirmed that it was debris, and it probably happened simultaneously with some of the heavy-duty explosives that were thrown out here. I mean, when you're dealing with something like this, heavy-duty explosives, it just the potential, the amount of danger that is here, that we're in the midst of, we can't even calculate it. Again, just a great job by the men and women of this department showing restraint.
All right, this will be our final question. Jessica Cunnington, NBC 4.
Are officers monitoring any other groups at this point, like at this hour? And then also, I know you spoke about it earlier, but just talk about kind of dissecting what happened today leading up to try to prevent this again. I mean, it's like 2023, social media.
Absolutely. I mean, it's always going to be a challenge for the men and women of this department, for law enforcement. What do? Someone puts a post on social media, I'll be here at this place. People love this influencer, any influencer. They love the influencer. They have a lot of followers. I'll be here. People are going to show up. What do we do? How do we handle that? I mean, our social entertainment unit, I think, we have to reach out to some of our influencers and ask them to be responsible with this, to help us with this. I'm not against young people coming here. If we knew about this, we could have had the barriers out here. We could have police officers out here. We could have did this orderly. They could have gave whatever gifts they have for the young people away. I encourage this. We want our young people to come to events like this. It just can't be, hey, this is what we're doing. It's a free-for-all. We see this is the outcome, and we cannot have these outcomes.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for
I'll
your
take
time
this
and
last
attention.
one. What's the last one?
I thought you had said earlier about injuries to officers and such.
Yes.
Is this significantly serious?
Yes. Well, definitely 3 confirmed, 2 removed by ambulance. 1, I just learned of another sergeant whose hand is broken. We had at least 4 civilians that were removed by EMS. But I assure you, I personally saw other people leaving here with their heads split open, cuts, bruises, lacerations. Myself hitting the head, something down there, my leg is hurting. There'll be more injuries before this evening is over. Okay,
All right,
bye.
thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time and attention.